width float left. After that, background, some color, orange color. After that, margin padding, margin we required. The margin somewhere you can give 30 pixel. Left, right, top, bottom, there will be a gap of 30 pixel. Now same CSS we can apply for the second paragraph also, and then we can see second one give a sky blue color. Margin float left, all are equal. Margin is 30 pixel and float is also left. Margin 30 pixel and float. Margin 30 px, float left. Save now. If you run this file, we will find the divisions paragraph will come, but inside you will not find the space. You will have no space inside. Padding is for the same purpose. Padding says like outside gap you can apply through margin, but inside how you can apply the gap, because the texts are starting from very beginning. It's not looking proper when we read the content. Look and feel is not better. The solution is we can apply a property of padding. Padding says like there is a specific. If you want all side, then you can use only padding. If you want left, right, top, bottom, then also option we have. We can select respective and it will work. So suppose we say padding 20 pixels. So it is going to leave equal gap from left, right, top, bottom, on the side. In the second section, I'll give padding hyphen top. Padding hyphen top 20 pixels. So the second paragraph will have the padding only from the top side, but first paragraph you will have padding from the left, right, top, bottom, all the side. Resize will happen, block will get resized, but when you look into the block, you will see better than without padding. But once padding how much? 20 px. Here padding top 20 px. One place from all the side will gap will come. Second place only from the top side the gap will come. Okay, let us save now. See, padding got apply. In the first box, 20 pixel padding from all the side. There is a gap here, you can see. In the second box, we have only padding from the top side. Similar way, padding left, padding right, padding bottom, all the gap. We'll add one more paragraph. There we'll see how we can apply the padding on the side. Padding some specific size. Short code also you can write here. So let's keep one more paragraph. And width, float left, everything is okay. In case of padding, we will use top, padding top 0 px. So first number will go from the top, second number will come for the left and right. Left, right, I'll give 40 pixel. Third number will come for the 0, like bottom. So top and bottom, no any gap. Top and bottom, no any gap, any pixel gap, where left and right, the gap of 40 pixel. Left and right, the gap will be 40 pixel. Top and bottom, you will have 0 pixel gap. Through shortcode also we can. Okay, ready. Now let us come and check once what is happening. Third paragraph, you can see the gap we have from left, we have from the right, top and bottom we have no any gap. That is because of padding. You can apply here 5 pixel from top, and you can apply here 5 pixel from bottom, and then check. Top bottom will be 5 pixel, whereas left right will be 40 pixel gap. Left and right will be the gap of 40 pixel. Something like this. 5 pixel top, 5 pixel bottom, left, right, 40 pixel. In this only top you have given, in this all side of product. Right. So this becomes an example of padding. Margin apply space outside, padding apply space inside. Working. Then we can see the next example. Next property we have that is related to border. Border is many types. 7-8 types border we have. We can apply the border for a container in multiple ways. So let's come to your developer guide again and apply the border property. Okay, so we'll go to the next file. Come to the developer guide. In developer guide, write next call border. Right, type of border. Type of border. We have one border. One is called solid. Solid. SOLID, solid. It will give complete one line. Next is called double. It will also give line only. but there will be double line. Solid, double, dotted, dot border will come. Dashed, dash border will come. We have one called inset. One more we have called outset. We have one more border called range. And one more we have called group. These all are the type of border. Now how we use that? We use like this. Border, colon, first property called size, second property called type, third property called color. Example, border 10 pixel, solid or maybe double, green. It will create 10 pixel thickness one border, that will be double line and that will be in green color, double line border with a thickness of 10 pixel will get created. Next we will write direction of border. Direction of border. First direction we have all side, only border. Second we have border hyphen left. Here I can write all side border. Border left is representing it will come on the left side. Border right will give the border in the right hand side. Border top will give the border from top side. Border bottom will give the border from the bottom. Now which side and what type of border we want, we have option. This is the type of border. This is the direction of the border. Color combination is our wish. Okay, ready? Let's create a file example 5.html. Example 5.html. This much I can share in your chat. If you have not written, you can use this. This code came to your chat. Developer guide will come in chat if you are in the laptop.
Yes, sir. I am in laptop only.
Laptop you are using the Zoom or browser app, Zoom app or browser.
Zoom up, sir. Zoom up.
Check the file should be there in chat now.
Yes, yes. I'm downloading, sir. Yes, sir. Got it. Thank you so much.
Let's go ahead. Next example is example 5.html. Example 5.html. HTML. Body again. Division you can follow to apply the border. Division style equal to the first property will apply is a border, all side border. Border 10px solid red color. After that height 150 pixel. After that width 150 pixel. After that background, no background is not required. Margin between two divisions 30 pixel and float at the left. Float at the left. And in this division we can write this property as a text. We can write here solid and here border solid. Border solid and here. Okay, run this. One division should get generated with the red color border. So this is called solid border. Solid border. According to need, not 10 pixel, maybe 0.5 px. According to need, we can apply the border wherever we require. Come down, copy the same division again, and instead Instead of solid, apply as a double, double, double. Let it be same, just apply double. Double you can apply. It should create the double line border. It should create double line border. Double line border will come. Now we'll create one more border. That is called dotted. D-O-T-T dotted. Dotted. It will give you border only, same red color, but it will look like a dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. We'll create a border using dots. Thickness of the each dots will be 10 pixel. Error. This one. All. Comment code to understand this division and here, this division and here, this division. You will not mix all together. Comment is for what purpose? For our understanding. Comment is not for the system purpose. System will understand this much only. This is for our understanding. Okay. This is the border, solid border and here. This is double border and here. This is dotted border and here. This is for comment. It's a different comment. No? One place is written border, solid and here. So this is a solid area and this is dotted. So we have which kind of border? Double border and here. This is for which one? Dotted. So written dotted border and here. This is for our guidance. Okay. Check now. Border is coming with the three dot dot dot. Okay. Next, you can create one more. We have 8 types of border. A similar division, you can copy paste and change below. And instead of dotted, we put as a next, what is that? Inset or a dashed, you can apply DASHED dashed. It will give like photo frame dash 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 will come. Dash 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 will appear. See, dot 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 dash 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 is coming. We have next border that is called inset. Here we can write inset. Inset we can keep here under the comment also. Insert outset. Add one more division. Insert outset. Outset. Okay. Now check insert and outset. What is the difference? Insert, the upper portion will be dark. Outset, bottom portion will be dark. In insert case, the upper portion, this portion will be little dark. You can see bottom portion will be little light. In outset, bottom portion will be dark, upper portion will be light. Whichever the color will give, in that color, the upper will be light, bottom will be dark, dark will be bottom, bottom up will be a small changes are there inside outside. Two more we have groove and ridge. This is called outset. We can add two more groove. Groove, GROOVE. Groove. Okay, groove. After that, one more we have called ridge. Ridge and groove you keep, then compare. RIDGE, ridge. Ridge and ridge. Then we can check once. See, in the ridge, you have little 3D groove. It has 3D. This is also 3D. What the difference is? Hmm.
Inside border.
Where? Under the ridge.
Inside.
Ridge. Under the ridge.
Ridge.
Okay. So this 8 type of border we have. We can use anywhere. Now suppose in this page, only one property is changing. That is called border. Only one property change everywhere. Remaining properties are same. Now remaining properties are same. That meaning we have copy paste total 8 times. Height we have copy paste how many times? 8 times. Width also copy paste 8 times. Float left 8 times. Margin 30 pixel 8 times. That is the problem of your inline CSS. Like similar design we want in the first division and similar design we want in the second division. You cannot manage one to many. You cannot write CSS one time and use many times. Inline CSS is like wherever you want, you have to write there. Like for division you want, you have to write. If you want again similar division, you have to write again. That is the problem of inline CSS. Then this problem will get fixed under the internal CSS. There will not have to write like this line by line. Property value will be same, no changes at all. Just the way of implementation will get changed. CSS will be one place and the HTML will be other place. Okay, so we can see one more example, then we'll create example under the internal. Okay, so hope working.
Yes, sir.
So let's go ahead under the developer guide again, and we'll add another property. Okay, we'll add another property. Float left we have seen now. Float left. Using float left, what we do, we convert from block to inline. But float left, you are going to apply those places for those tag. That tag is the multi-line container. Like division. Division is not single line container. Using division, you are not going to print a single line content. Using paragraph, you are not going to use the print the single line content. Paragraph, division, section tag, we are about to follow those things. So those are for the multi-line container. So we have to remember, suppose you have follow a multi-line container, maybe division or maybe paragraph. For this two we have following it now. So if you are using a multi-line container and the nature of the multi-line container is the block level, it's print in the new line. You want to bring in the same line. For example, we have follow in this multiple division. Multiple division we follow. Division is a multi-line container. It is not single line container. In that we can print multiple text line, multiple other things, multiple paragraph we can use. It's like it's a big container, multi-line container you can say. Now what was our requirement? Requirement was okay. Division we will convert from block to inline. So we follow a property called here. Property called float left. Okay. Float left we have one more property we have, display inline we have, and we have one more property, display flags. Okay. Display inline, display flags, and float left. When we follow the float left, we have one very good disadvantage as well. We are going to see that. Along with that, we are going to see the next call, display inline. Display inline. Like suppose we have gone through the li tag, if you remember in HTML, li. Li was a list item. Li tag never used to display the multi-line text. Using li, we use always single line text. Okay. Now you have two options in front of you. Li also print in the new line. Division also print in the new line. Li is the single line container. Division is a multi-line container. Both we want to convert from block to inline. Both should come in the same line. So for both, you cannot use the float left. Okay. For multi-line container, we will use the float left or float right. For single line container, we will use something else. That is called display inline. Display inline. So we'll go to the developer guide and we'll make a note of display inline and one example will create and then we
This border left and border right.
wow, you can write border left, right, anywhere. You are written only border left, only border. Change any for us. Go here, right here border top. It will apply border only from top side. Change one place, last division, or maybe any division. Okay, ready? So let's come to the display. Now you can write here a property called display, DISPLAY, display. What is that? It convert block to inline. It convert from block level element to inline and inline to block. Inline to block. It convert from block level element to inline and inline to block. Even using the block display, it also used to hide the element. Element means HTML tag. It also used to hide the element. So it has three options: display colon inline 1, display colon block, display colon none. Inline, what it will do? Block to inline, it will convert from block to inline. Display block, what it will do? It used to show as well as convert from inline to block. We can use the display block at two places. If suppose one element is hidden, you want to show it, you can write display block, it will be visible. And number two, if it is an inline element, you want to convert into block, then also we can use display block. It will convert from inline to block. Display none, it used to hide the element. It used to hide the element. It used to hide the element. We will create example 6.html. There we will implement display inline, display block, and display none to get some understanding on that how that works. Ready? Create next file, example 6. HTML you can start and follow the. Follow a UL tag. Under the UL tag, you follow the li tag. If inside call home, six seven option. About us. Login. Register. Inquiry. Product. And then okay, written. Now if he runs this file, you will find all li will go to the name line because a block level element. Li will print by default in name line. Reason it's a block level element. Now for li, you apply a CSS. Style equal to maybe margin or padding. Padding will apply the space inside, margin will apply the space outside. If I follow here margin 15 px and display inline. Display inline. This we can apply all the places. Just all the places. See what will happen is all the li will convert into one line. All the li will print in the same line. Okay, all the li will print in same line. Output will come, but your code will become overload. Code will become overload. It will become like you will say lot of property, same property repeated again and again, again and again. A repeated property will come again and again. Okay, let us check now. All are coming in one line, converted into same line. Now for UL tag also you can write some CSS. Background, black color, white color, and padding Some are similar 15 pixel. So padding will get applied. Display in line will happen. Check now, background got changed to black color and this become a white color, like is a navigation. Output is coming proper, but again, the code level, if you see, there is a huge complexity. Margin 15 pixel and display in line. We have written everywhere for all the li the same property. That is the problem of inline CSS. It is one-to-one. We have written the CSS for one li. If you want similar feature one more time, then for second li also you have to write the same thing. And similar feature we want 6-7 times. So we have to copy paste. This problem is fixed by the internal CSS. Internal CSS will like, don't write like this. Your page will become very heavy. Code will become very complex. If you want to modify later, it will be difficult. Okay, your code file will become heavy. Page execution time will be slow. Page loading will be slow. Okay, customer experience will be bad. But what is the benefit? Benefit is it is easy and quick to understand. Yes, margin I have written 30 pixels, applying. Float left I have written, applying. So that understanding point of view, it's easy, but implementation point of view, we are going to follow the next method. That is called internal, external, and import. Okay, internal, external, and import. Okay. So next, we will work on next solution that will fix the problem of this one. The inline we have written 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Margin 15 pixel we have written 8 times. To fix that problem, we have a next solution that is called internal. Inline CSS is useful for email template. When you open your Gmail, you will see so many email will come, meaningful template design will come. Those all are based on inline CSS. So inline CSS is also required to know, because sometimes if you want to send an email to someone and the email should hold you can say formatted content. It must formatted, like it should have some you can say photo attached, some kind of layout design in the email template. When the Flipkart will send you, when the common floor will send you the email, there you will see the content will be well designed. Okay, there will be images, photo, everything will be like a website homepage. So there is the use of the inline CSS. Template designing is happen through the inline CSS. Email template designing. Okay, other website template we have to follow other method, internal, external, import. But using inline CSS, people design the newsletter template, email template. Okay, now come to the next file. So example number 6 you have under the inline CSS folder. Next example you are going to create under the internal CSS folder. Internal CSS folder. example 1 dot html under internal CSS. Example 1 dot html under the internal CSS. Okay, we can take the copy of example 6 A to Z. A to Z, we can take the copy of example 6 and paste under the 7. Take the copy of example 6, paste under the 7. In that, we have to open the head tag. We have to close the head tag. Under the head tag, we have to follow a property called style. Open style, close. Inside the style, for UL tag, this all we have to cut from here and we need to paste here. You can align in the new line, is also fine. This way. Next, after that, we have to write for li tag. From one li, you can cut and paste here. And you need to delete the CSS and style from all the li. Okay, something like this. Now in your current file, for UL and li, there is no any extra CSS. CSS is added under the head section directly. So in current page, wherever the UL will come, for that UL this much property value will get applied, and wherever the li will come, this much property value will get applied. Okay, you will find the CSS we wrote one time for li, and in current file there is 8 time li. All the li will get the same property and value. So it is 90% better than previous example. In previous example, 8 time you have written this line, margin 15% and display in line, because li was how many times? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times was there. So we have written for all the li display in line and margin 15%. In current example, you saw li have no any kind of extra property in line, but for li only one place we have written margin 15% and display in line. Okay, so this the CSS become one time and HTML become a many time. Okay, so this is going to reduce lot of complexity of your project. Okay. In the first method, example 6, what we wrote, there was a display in line 8 times. Margin 15 pixel equals the 8 times. But instead of 8 times, now you wrote only 1 time. This is also going to give exact same output. We can run and check once. See, similar. Previous also similar. This is also similar. So in this, the code got optimized. I will write the syntax for that. What is called? Okay. It's called as a selector. I will write here in comment as a syntax. This is called commented section. Under the commented section, you are writing. This is called CSS comment. Under the CSS comment, I will write the syntax for CSS. How to write the CSS? Syntax for CSS. It is called this selector. Selector. Curly bracket open close. Inside property colon value. Again property colon value. Right? Again property and value. N number of times we can write. Now you see selector and then curly bracket, then property value, property value. Below is the example. Below is the example. At the place of selector, you have written the UL. At the place of selector, you have written the LI. Here, selector we have written, and then property value. This is the normal, the syntax formula for your CSS writing. Selector, then property value. Now below, if you look into the example, at the place of selector, what you have written? UL. At the place of selector, we have written called LI. So UL becomes a selector, LI becomes a selector. All the HTML tags are called as a tag in HTML, but the same tags will be called as a selector in CSS. So now UL is not a tag in the term of CSS. UL becomes a selector. LI is not a tag in the term of CSS. It's becoming a selector. Save now and check once. Okay, hope ready. Excellent. Yeah, tell me. You need some? What you need? Okay. No, support is not available. Support is not available. Support is not available, brother. People will join the company without any experience. So like this, in a day, 100 calls will come. Companies are in the trouble. They are unable to find the genuine people. They are not hiring from consultancy. They are hiring from the reference people, known people. Instead of hiring the 4-year experience people from unknown place, unknown platform, they will hire 1-year experience from known platform. LG software you have here, LG software. Okay, they have hired 7-8 React developer. In that, 4 people or 5 people they found as fake people. They have no knowledge, zero knowledge. Very good. They have hired some 3 people from our place. They are doing excellent. They said like the 4-year experience we have hired from other places. All are fake, all are fake. They were not able to write a single command also. Your people are working properly. Again, tomorrow we have LG Drive. They will come here only for the hiring. They are hiring full now on the React Node, Vue.js, Inect.js, all the JavaScript platform from our office only. The well-trained people are good for them as of now. They are giving good salary also. 6 lakh, 5 lakh. Only fresher. They are given 6.5 to 2 freshers. One person got 5.5 and 2% got 6.5. One person got complete he broken the record completely. He got 5 lakh something from the Wipro, and again the LG only has given him 9 lakhs. 9 lakhs. He has in now just only 5-6 month internship experience. So that support related work, like in the day 100 calls will come. In the YouTube I have channel, no, from there people will take the number. I have written project support. People will break the head, full day call will come. Okay. Night till 1 o'clock night call will come. Okay. Saying like I can give my 70% salary, help me out. They might drop tomorrow my company will terminate me. If I not give the tomorrow they'll terminate something. You have those much. Okay. Let's go. So what we have inside the CSS, this is actual CSS. This is the actual syntax to write the CSS. The syntax is selector we have to follow, curly bracket will open close. Inside n number of property value you will write. And finally in your current page, whichever the selector will found with this particular property value, that will appear. So at the place of selector, you have written the UL becomes a selector. At the place of selector, you have written li becomes a selector. These all are the predefined selectors. Okay, we can create our own selector also. So that we are going to process next. Now let's come right for the body tag. The body tag. The body tag. Margin 0 px. margin 0px. For a React developer in the market now, okay, a React developer, 3 to 4 year experience, 25 lakh salary people are ready to give company. 3 to 4 year experience, between 3 to 4 year experience, up to 25 lakh budget is open. What kind of project they will deliver, I don't know. But 25 lakh salary. One very coincident happened. One company hired from us fresher candidate. Okay, and they hire only those people who have 2 years gap, 3 years gap. The gap people they hire, good knowledge with the gap. After hiring, that company added experience from their side, saying like this is our developer working for us last 3 years, and they send to another company where already our candidates was working. Understood? A company hire from same batch, they hire some company, two company hire the people, one company hire as a fresher, another company hire as a fresher only. But the company number A sent to our people to the company number 2 where the same batchmate was working as a fresher. These people went there as a experienced senior resource. When both met together, they come to know, oh, company has misleaded us. Huh? Both person in the same batch, yeah, both person from the same batch. One person got hired by company number A, another person was hired by the company number B. Company number B has sent the same person to the company number A, and in the same team, when both met together, they come to know I am senior, you are junior. Same batch. Okay. Then later we got to know the company has added the experience from their side, saying like this is our developer working for us last 2 years. All are marketing. Sorry, let's go. So what we are written? Huh? They're working successfully. There is no problem. They're internally, the team are there, no? They will help internally. See, the consultant work, no? Third party payroll is a very mixed up market. Okay, it's a kind of complete money market where the people will send the people zero knowledge. Internally, their people only will handle the task. The head will get counted. Billing will happen. Okay, work will be done by 2% only, but for feasibility there is 8%. Billing will happen for 8%, and the work is getting delivered by 2%. See now, in your browser, some gap was there. See here. Can you see some gap was there surrounding? The gap is got removed. See, let me remove this content. Body tag I will cut from here and see here. Some gap is coming from all sides. That gap is 8 pixel by default. That is because of body. Inside the body, there is a 8 pixel margin. Inside the body, there is a 8 pixel margin. Okay. That's what your UL is leaving some space from all the side. Now what I have done is, I wrote a body tag here, and for that body tag, I given the margin as a 0px. So the 8 pixel gap will get replaced by 0 pixel. After that, what will happen? The menus will cover the full width completely. The menus will cover the full width. No any gap from any side. Compared to the previous example, in the previous example, this UL we have written one time because UL was available only one time. For LI, you have written multiple times because LI was many times. The CSS we have written many times inline. Compared to both, if you look into the example number 6 of inline and compare example number 1, which one look better, 6 or 1? Internal CSS or inline CSS? Which one look better?
Internal.
This look better, no? Because suppose we are given here display margin as a 15 pixel. Suppose if I write here margin as a 20 pixel one place, 20 pixel. So it will apply for all the li. You no need to write the for all the li 15 to 20, 15 to 20. Here I wrote it 15. So where it will apply? 20 will apply for all the li, not for one li. In the previous example, we have 15, 15, 15. So we have to change how many places? 8 places. In this, we have to change only one place. Now, if I run my page, we will find it got apply all the places. See, it's got apply what? I made some mistake here. 20 px, margin 20 px was missing. P was missing. See, 20 pixel, space got apply everywhere. We'll go to developer guide and we'll make some few notes in inline CSS, what problem was happening so that you follow the internal CSS. In internal CSS also problem we have. Because of that, you need to follow the next method called external and import. Okay. So come to the CSS developer guide. In CSS developer guide, we have written somewhere on the top.
Clear text mode 2 is
Where?
before.
Okay, here.
2 is there.
Hmm.
We need to give a different CSS.
I will come to that point. For that, we have next method called ID. ID and class. Through ID, we can differentiate. Through class, we can differentiate. Another method, we have CSS by 5 methods we have. ID, as of now, you are following CSS by tag name. CSS for tag name. So this CSS we are written for which tag? Li tag. Now question is which li? We have not specified. So it will apply for all the li. You are written for UL. So question is which UL? In one page there may be multiple UL. So it will apply for all the UL. Okay. In this example, we have understood one to many. How to write once and use many times. Now when you are writing one to many, you have different type of method that only will fulfill the requirement. In this one to many you have written, so it is not going to support in all the cases, but it is the example of one to many. We wrote one place and we are able to see the many places. Okay. Remaining also are one to many only, but the way of writing is different based on ID, based on class, based on parent and child, based on group. Okay, 5 methods there. So we can go to the developer guide. And where is the inline CSS? We have written in the beginning somewhere here. This is the point. Inline CSS and internal CSS. So in internal CSS you write first. Then we'll come to the inline. Internal CSS you write. It is one to many. It is one to many. One to many. What represent? Write CSS code one time and use many times. Write the CSS code one time and use many times. Next you have CSS has given 5 methods to write one to many. CSS has given 5 methods to write CSS one to many. What are those? Number 1, CSS for tag name. CSS for tag name. Second one, CSS by class name. CSS by class name. Third, we have CSS by ID. CSS by ID. Fourth, we have CSS by tag group. For multiple tags, you can apply the same CSS. The fifth, we have CSS by CSS for parent and child tag. Parent and child tag. CSS for parent and child tag. Your entire CSS that is available in the market, whichever the CSS is available in the market, based on this method only. Which method? 5 methods. CSS by ID, class, tag group, parent, child, and I. CSS3 also based on same method. So this is 5 method, the final method that you are going to use throughout the CSS, internal, external, or import, everywhere. We can write here in the note. These 5 are applicable in internal, external, and import. These 5 are applicable in internal, external, and import CSS. In internal CSS also you can use by ID, class, tag group, and this one. In external CSS also we are going to follow the same, and in import CSS also we are going to follow the same. Okay, so these 5 methods are the main method using everyone write the CSS. Okay, written. How many methods? 5 methods. Okay, so this 5 method we will understand, then CSS will learn. This 5 method. So for 5 method we have a 5 type of requirement. We will be writing the single line definition. In which case we can write the CSS by first method. In which case we can write the which scenario then second method, which condition then third method, which condition then fourth method. Most of the people follow these 2 methods. These 2. CSS by class and ID. Okay, but these remaining 3 are also useful. Your bootstrap is based on this method. CSS by class. Everything based on CSS by class. CSS is based on this method. Class is there. ID tag name is also there. Some point is written on this 4-5 method also. Okay. Okay, then we'll see you tomorrow. We will work on internal CSS. This 4-5 method we have, we will implement it. And after that, we will design the different design of template.